mean, you exceeded our expectations. It's just good to come out here and chill out, listen to the water. And everybody that comes over just loves to come out here and sit and listen to the water.
We took an area and a space, and Tussey Landscaping turned this into an outdoor living space that is unbelievable. Something we never would have thought was possible.
So no regrets of spending the money?
Not at all.
My wife was diagnosed with cancer 2013, and we thought a pond would be really appropriate for her because she just loves to sit out here. And at the end, I was able to wheel her out in a wheelchair because you've got this beautiful patio down a year after the pond was built, and it's just perfect. And we really, really do love it out here. I had built a small pond for Suzanne over there, and it was way too small. Anytime you do any kind of construction, you have a tendency to underbuild, and I certainly did that. I had visions of building a pond over there because I had seen the water structure that you'd build at Wason Farms, and I thought it would be neat to have it coming down the hill. Well, when Derek came out, he completely changed my mind. He said, you don't want it there. And I said, why? And he said, because you want to see it and hear it. And he was absolutely right. We can see it from the kitchen window, we can see it from the bathroom, we can hear it from the screen porch, and if it'd been over there, it just wouldn't have had the same impact. He told me, and you did too, how it would be built, and I could not envision what you guys were thinking about until you started bringing in the boulders and heavy equipment, started moving stuff around, and then I could see it take shape. And I mean, it was done in 2 days. I never had any reservations at all. I really didn't, because I had seen your work over there at Wason Farms, and I just felt it was the way to go.
Okay.
I mean, you exceeded our expectations, having such an emotional roller coaster. It's just good to come out here and chill out, listen to the water. And everybody that comes over just loves to come out here and sit and listen to the water. It's a very soothing thing.
What do you think of all the different stuff going on?
That's what I said. What are we going to go?
Well, let's take a tour. Got a little canopy with some ferns there.
Yeah. But I mean, this is it looks like it's upside down. But.
Well, it looks like it's buried. See, it's the exact same as that one.
Oh, yeah.
But this one's it looks like it's just buried. I like what it does because it gives you all kinds of different levels, all kinds of different depth, you know?
It's very beautiful.
Well,
very beautiful.
That's rewarding.
All your work is very beautiful.
Well, what I mean is just I'm glad you're happy with it, because something like this is so hard to describe. It's so hard to give you an idea of this is what it's going to look like. Well, kind of, you know. But you don't really know until it's all done. In fact, we don't even really know until it's all done. And
I like the way you incorporated the
driftwood. I'm telling you, your property made these water features. It would not be anything close to this beautiful without all of the woods we had to get
I think
stumps
this
and
is
ferns.
an award winner.
Oh, it is. This thing is just going to get nicer with age. Like as the stuff matures and grows, it's going to be, these coreopsis are going to grow into a ring of yellow. It's going to be awesome. It means a lot to know that you guys like it. And
Love it. Love it.
Good job, guys. Thank you.
Well done.
I thought I wanted a roof above my deck so we could enjoy the outside more and sit outside on our porch and have a roof over the deck. And it turned into, well, maybe we should just come downstairs and underneath the deck. And then we came out and then we said, well, maybe we should put in a pool.
So went from a covered porch to a space that wasn't that big. Started thinking about what our options are and who could do this, because we have a very limited space, very limited depth, with a 65-degree drop-off along the edge. So we started asking around some different people, and it seemed like almost nearly impossible until we contacted Tussey Landscaping, and they did a site visit with us and started looking at the area and the space we had, and it was possible. Very hard to imagine what it would look like in the end, but we took an area and a space, and Tussey Landscaping turned this into an outdoor living space that is unbelievable. Something we never would have thought was possible.
I think what was most amazing was the process from start to finish. It was very easy.
Tussey's crew was top-notch, unbelievable. These guys were like family to us from the minute they walked on this job. It was sad to see them leave.
They're very hard workers, and we trusted them around our kids, in our home.
Well, from the design phase, putting something on paper, it gives you a visual. And just walking outside to the space we had and trying to imagine how are we going to put a pool in this much space with what we have. So from the drawing to the architectural drawing, where the house was oriented to where the pool's oriented to the pool house, that visual really helped. Oddly enough, it's unbelievable how we look at that original plan we had, and you look at what we ended up with, and it's almost on point to what that drawing was.
They talked us through all the steps, and if we had a concern or we wanted to change something or they had an idea, it was real easy to talk to them and to work with them, and they helped us make this happen.
I talked to a couple of friends that are in the landscaping business. Born and raised in this area, I know a lot of people, and a lot of people did not want to touch this job because of the edge, the cliff, I should say, and was recommended that I reach out to Tussey because nobody wanted to risk this type of job on the edge of a cliff, and we pushed it to the edge of the cliff, and it's perfect.
When you work with Tussey, it's the details. I mean, when you look at our lighting,
Not only the lighting, but if you look at the craftsmanship of everything that they did, I will say that there is not one thing, as picky as I am, that I'm not happy with. And even with what I do, I'm not used to people working so diligently and sticking to a schedule. Very impressive. We had a yard that I cut the grass and around a swing set, and should have done it years ago. I wish we would have, but I'm glad we did it. It gave us this outdoor living space that we didn't have. We were always in the front yard, in the driveway, because out back it was a cliff. You couldn't do anything because the ball would roll down over the cliff. The kids, we didn't want them playing out back, so it pretty much doubled our outdoor space from the front to the back.
look around. It's beautiful.
Well, the best party that we had was my daughter's 13th birthday. We had about 50 kids here, and it was amazing. I'll never forget it. And after that evening, I said it was worth every penny and all the time with us deciding and planning for this project. It made us happy. And to be able to do that for my daughter, and not only my daughter, but the rest of our kids and their friends. It's a great place for the kids to spend time here at home. It's given us an area to use with a beautiful setting. We don't feel like we're in our old backyard with that swing set, and we can get together with our family and the kids and have friends over and family. Yeah, even without the pool, it's an area to sit around a fire. The way that the tiki torches around the edge of the cliff, it's an amazing space. I do want to say thank you to Matt and Steve and his entire crew. Honestly, they were like family to us. I just want to say thank you for the beautiful job you did at our home, and it turned out amazing.
Creating lots of great memories.
So how did this journey start with you, wanting a koi pond?
I've always really wanted one, I think probably since high school. It just wasn't something that I thought I could do, the quality, do the way that I wanted. You're going to do something like this, you want it to be nice.
Yeah.
I think my fear was to have a hole in the yard that was full of algae and green water, and you couldn't see anything. I was really surprised after I got the email from Derek, and he said you guys were willing to come to Wheeling. I sent the email and just kind of held my breath. I thought, we'll give it a shot. I had seen what you guys with Greg on Facebook and then on YouTube, and that's really why I made the call, because I was able to see what you did.
What would be your word of advice to somebody considering putting one of these in?
To me, it's all about money and how you're going to pay for it. So my thought is to see what your budget is, talk to somebody at your bank, decide what the best way for you to do it is in your position.
So no regrets of spending the money?
Not at all, not at all. And I think being home this summer is even more reason that I think it was time to pull the trigger. A
lot of people have told us that they were doing a project in their backyard because they want to spend more time at home,
So typically on a Saturday night, there will be several families here with kids and running around. What it's going to do, it's going to allow us to kind of hang out here on the patio. Kids can still play in 3/4 of the yard that's still there. And now we've got, the water feature for everybody to play in, and I think that'll keep them pretty busy.
Thanks again for the opportunity to work for you, Jeremy.
If you're coming down.
It was a pleasure. Thanks so much for all your hospitality.